In this video, I'm going to walk through the directions for handout number 5. So part 1, we're going to try to figure out what the minimum wage would be in today's dollars from a lot of different past years. So the first thing you're going to do is go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So I've just simply typed www.bls.gov in my search bar and pressed enter, and it brings me to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The next thing I'm going to do is click, and you should be kind of familiar with these steps, click on Data Tools here up at the top. And then I'm going to come over to this gray box at the top and click on Calculators on the right hand side. Okay. Now I'm going to come over to the inflation calculator. So that's right up at the top. I'm just going to click on this calculator icon, and it's going to bring me to the CPI inflation calculator. So real quick, what this is going to do, you're going to put in a date. You're going to put in a dollar amount, and you're going to put in a date. And what this is going to do is automatically tell you how much stuff what dollar value of stuff would this have bought in a specific year. So for instance, if I want to say how much does $10 in, let's go way back, in January 1913. If I lived in January 1913 and had $10, how much stuff could I have bought if I was buying stuff today? Calculating, I could have bought $257 worth of stuff that I would get today. I would have been able to buy with $10 in 1913. So now if you go over to the questions, I'm just going to go over to the handout 5 questions. Okay, if you go over to the questions, you'll see that I have a table here where I've listed for you the minimum wage in different years, in 1938, 1945. And what I want you to do is take this dollar amount and this year and calculate what it would be worth today. So I'll do the first one for you. So in 1938, and I'll have you consider this is January 1938, the minimum wage was 25 cents. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put in 25 cents. And we're going to say, what was 25 cents in January 1938 equal to in January 2018? And we have that it's $4.36. So in other words, if since January 1938 the minimum wage had followed inflation, then today the minimum wage would be $4.36. And I want you to do this for every year in minimum wage that I've listed in that table. So that is part 1. Okay. In part 2, I first ask you to open a new Excel sheet. And in the first cell, I want you to type year. And then I want you to list all of the years from 2005 to 2016. And you could go in and manually list all the years, but all I did was I made a formula in the next cell that just said I want you to take this cell, and this cell is going to be equal to the cell before it plus 1, and then I can just drag this down until I get to 2016. Okay, so that's a fast way to do it, but you can just type it in. So here in cell B1 now, I'm going to write male median earnings, and this is me just setting myself up to put in some information later. Okay, so male median earnings, female median earnings. And just so you know, earnings is what you make that you've worked for. Income does not necessarily mean you've worked for it. You've worked at a job for it. So you could be making an income off stocks or whatever, but that is not the same as your earnings. So here in this example, we're going to be looking at male and female earnings in Atlantic County. So now I'm going to go to the Census Bureau. And I got here just by putting www.census.gov in this search bar here. And now, again, you should be a little familiar with this process. We're going to go to Explore Data here up at the top. And from the gray box that drops down, I'm going to click Explore Data Main. Okay. Now I'm going to select American Fact Finder. And now I'm going to scroll down just a bit until I get to this area that says what we provide. And I'm going to get data from the first database here, which is the American Community Survey. Okay, now I've got this long list of information, different years and estimates. And now I'm going to start narrowing down on what it is I actually want to see. So the first thing, again, what our goal is to get a sense of what male and female median earnings is in Atlantic County. And we can get that info, which I think is pretty cool. So if we come over to the left here, I'm going to click on this blue box that says Topics. And this, after a moment, this new box is going to pop up. And I'm going to click on this plus sign next to People. And that's going to bring a bunch of more options down. And I'm going to select income, this plus sign where it says income and earnings. Okay, and then I'm going to click on the income and earnings of individuals. Now this 3,284 next to it is just telling me how many data sets we have for income and earnings for individuals. So I'm going to click on this and notice that it floated over here and was added to my selection. Okay. Now I'm going to close this box by coming over to the top right of it and closing it out. And now I'm going to move over to geographies. I want to now select Atlantic County, New Jersey. So I'm going to come over to the left, click on geographies. After a moment. Oh dear God. Okay, so I am now going to click on this drop down box that says select a geographic type. And I'm going to come down until I get to County 050 and click it. And then now I'm going to select a state and I'm going to click Dirty Jersey right here, New Jersey. Okay, and now I'm going to select Atlantic County. That's where Stockton is housed, and I suspect a lot of you are from. It's where I'm from. But in your free time, if you'd like, you can sort of just, just play around with different counties in New Jersey, make some comparisons. I'm sure you're all itching to do that. Okay, so click Atlantic County, New Jersey, and then you're going to add to your selections. And so you'll see it floated over to your selections. Slow today. God, so slow. Okay, now I'm going to close out of this box. Okay, now I am going to come over, and it should be the fourth option you get. But I'm going to click, and this is the data set I want. It's earnings. Again, this is different than income. See here we have income. I want earnings, what people have worked for. Earnings in the past 12 months. Notice this is in 2017 inflation adjusted dollars. So this is going to show me it's going to keep the purchasing power of the dollar constant. We're going to use 2017 prices to calculate to get the value of the dollar in terms of our consumer basket. So basically when we see the dollar through time, it'll be keeping constant for the change in prices in our consumer basket. So it's real earnings. I can really say something about the difference in value of earnings. Okay, so now I come to this table which looks crazy, and over here on the left I see that I have this same information, and I hate the way they do this. I think this is a terrible way to do this, but nevertheless, on the left I have all the different years, that I can see this same information for. So here I'm looking at it for 2017. 2017 is shaded. And now I'm looking at a bunch of information for Atlantic County. See, it says here up at the top, Atlantic County, New Jersey. And I can go through the years. So for instance, if I click on 2016, I'll get the same table of information, but now I'm looking at 2016. I could go back to 2005 and I will get this information, same stuff in 2005. So let me start with 2017. And what I would like you to look at, you have to be pretty careful with a table like this because you have a lot of information. What I want you to look at is median earnings right here. I've highlighted this in blue. Highlighted median earnings in dollars. And information I want you to compare. So this is for all workers. In Atlantic County, in 2017, median earnings was about $30,902. Pathetic. Okay, now if we come over, we have this column here that says male. This right here, what my mouse is on, $35,691. This is the median earnings in dollars for men in Atlantic County. Okay, so higher than for all workers. And if I come over a little bit more to this column here where now I'm in the column for women, I can see, and now I have my mouse on it, for women in Atlantic County, their median earnings in dollars is $26,511 in 2017. So I am going to have you put that information into your Excel sheet, okay? And for each year, I'm going to have you focus on those two numbers. So we're going to, let me just get to it, sorry. We're going to open our Excel sheet again. And now I'm going to come over and in my male median earnings in 2000, you know what? Do I have 2007? I do have 2017. So let's just add 2017 here actually. Okay. So male median earnings in 2017 is $35,691. Female median earnings. So yes, I do want you to come down and put till 2017. I'll add that into directions. Okay. Female median earnings in 2017 in Atlantic County, $26,511. And I want you to scroll through all of these years. So in 2016, get the numbers. So this is male median earnings. This is female median earnings. Go back, put it in your Excel sheet. And when you're done, you're going to have an Excel sheet full of numbers here. Once you have that complete, then I want you to select it all. Okay. And click on Insert up at the top of the Excel sheet. Come over to this little icon here with the little colored dots inside of the two axes, and this is Insert Scatter or Bubble Chart, and you're going to click on the drop down menu, and then I'm going to have you select this one here, which is a scatter with straight lines. Okay, so you're going to click on this. Now my chart is empty because I have no information, but you're going to actually get a line. You're going to get two lines, and it's going to be male median earnings and female median earnings. And I want you to print this and submit it with your handout by just simply pressing Control Print. Should just allow you to print it. As you see, it's allowing for me to print. And then you can use this information to answer the questions from part 2. If you have any questions, please don't bombard me on in the 5 minutes before class when it's due. Please come see me during office hours or email me with a little bit of a cushion before the handout is due, and I'll be happy to help you.